Everybody, this is Harper. You know Harper though, because she's been in our other videos. We were delivering an expander. Check it out. Today, it's been about 6 months of expander work, and we're going to talk about the different things that we have. We're in the mixed dentition. That means we've got baby teeth. We got baby teeth still in the mouth, all these different places. All right, we got the baby teeth in, and for specific reasons, we felt like it would be important or beneficial to consider early treatment. We had a little bit of crowding on the bottom, which is not crazy when you're developing, right? A little bit of crowding. And then we monitored the position of our upper permanent canines. Okay, so let's review what the expanders look like. Tip your head way back. So when we do our expanders, we have the rings around the back teeth. Sometimes we go put them around the baby molars right there. Rings around the back teeth. There's different glue. The blue stuff is the glue. And then we have this design. It's called the Haas design. It's got this acrylic right here that pushes up against the palate, the tissue. Maybe it makes it a little bit hard to clean, but we like how it, just pushes up against this right through here. Right through here. And this is the center screw. You've got your little arrow, it teaches you how to turn, you got these holes around the screw. That's how you turn the device, and it slowly just pushes everything apart. You can see some of the spacing that we've created around these teeth here, right? And sometimes you get a space right in between your central tooth here, but then the gums pull the teeth back together over time, okay? And then on the bottom, we use this, it's called a Schwartz device, right? We've got the acrylic here, and we get these little metal pieces that rest on the teeth. They come over the teeth just like that. They hook around the baby teeth. That's what helps hold it in. And then we've got the screw in the center. You put the key in there and you turn it, and that's what, over time, again, spreads the teeth apart. Again, the bone on the bottom is different. It doesn't split like the top bone does. The top bone has this suture right here that you can spread apart when we're really young in a very predictable way. Okay, so we have turned lots of times on the top, and we're still turning on the bottom. We're going to try and get the bottom to match a little bit more of the top. Today was a special visit because we've gone through several months of expander turning the top. One of the reasons why we do that, again, is depending on the position of our teeth on top. Cross bites or deviant canines, different things like that may make an expander a valuable tool. So today we took a new x-ray. We're going to show you how these teeth were positioned originally and where they're at now as a result of the expansion, and we're going to talk about what we're doing moving forward. Okay, so we'll start with the bottom. This was our original x-ray. This is what we helped us to decide that the benefits of expander treatment. This is something that we wanted to do. We were looking at our top canines, our permanent canines right here, and the relationship of that tooth to the upper lateral right there and right there. And what we don't like to see is we don't want to see canines that come across the lateral incisor there and there. And in this case, both sides, right, the canine has drifted over the lateral incisor. That could lead to damage or just continue to get out of position, and it makes it hard to bring it back into place naturally. One of the things that you can do is consider, making space. One of the ways to do that is with an expander. In addition, you can also consider taking out some baby teeth. We'll come back to that in a second. So anyways, about 5 to 6 months later of expansion, this is where we're at. You can compare the two here. Notice here's our lateral incisor there, and then the canine here is now not all the way across this tooth right here. Check that out. Pull it back again. Let's see what both those look like. Oh, let's get both in the picture. Okay, so you can see how this one was overlapping this tooth considerably, maybe even more than 50%, and now it's less than 50%. So this tooth is changing course. Maybe even the angle is changing a little bit, tipping back down this way, coming down. That's exactly what we want. Same thing over here when we look at this tooth right here and its position, about 50% or more than 50%, and then we look at this new position and it's pulled back at less than 50%. So the question then becomes is, what do we want to do now? Do we want to let the teeth continue hopefully in their progress as we hold with the expander, let those teeth come down naturally? Or I mentioned taking out baby teeth. Sometimes another treatment option for helping canines that are out of position come down in the proper position is you take out the associated baby teeth, right? So the baby canine right there, and then maybe even the baby molar behind itself. Okay, at this stage, we have discussed different options, right? We're still concerned about these canines up here. The crowding will get a little bit better as we continue to spread out, but what do we do up here? We can try to pull some teeth together with braces, put all the space over here and over here. We can remove some baby teeth and then continue to let those permanent canines come down, right? So this tooth right here and this tooth right here, these are the ones that we are considering for removal. So what we did today, we went ahead, there's usually a metal piece that we have as part of our design that comes up here to the canines. It helps the pushing. We removed the connector right there with a little burr and buzz that off on both sides. So now the dentist can take out these teeth right here, and then what we'll do is we will allow for those teeth up top. One of the main goals of this treatment is to try and help get these canines to come into place so that we don't have to do the expose and bond. Okay, so we're gonna ask Harper, how was the expander? You've done it now for a while. What was it like?
It wasn't that big of a deal.
Was it crazy at first?
At first, it was really crazy. My mouth didn't feel right. But then after a month or so, I got really used to it.
What about eating and cleaning? Was that really hard or no big deal?
No big deal.
Okay.
I just used a water pick in my top expander to...
Very nice. Okay, so our water pick. Do you have any advice for other kids that might be getting expanders?
Well, so...
You don't have to have anything specific if you don't want. And I don't think that they really need to know things not to eat or things not to do, or definitely do this or don't do that.
It's really important to not eat really, really sticky stuff that could make the expander fall out of your mouth.
Excellent point. Okay, so we did something today, right, where we buzzed on your teeth to get off the glue. That made you a little nervous, yeah? What'd you think? Was it as bad as you thought?
No.
Okay, so good advice to some other kids that maybe getting their teeth cleaned, right, the brackets off or the glue off, is that, what was the key for us? How did you handle it? If something was bothering you, what'd you do?
Something was bothering me. I just raised my left hand and he would stop.
Look at that. You gotta trust your provider, right? Trust your orthodontist. Sometimes when we put everything in, it eventually has to come out. We like to clean off those surfaces. We use the high-speed handpiece sometimes to buzz all that glue down. It's a lot of air, a lot of buzzing, cold. Is it cold? Very dry, but it got better, right? And she just raised her left hand if it was a big deal. So anyways, we had a great experience with Harper today. Expander appointments, and our expander treatment has been successful. We're moving towards taking out some baby teeth to continue to help those permanent canines come into place. And then down the road, reevaluate for when all the permanent teeth are in place, braces. So if you know somebody that needs an expander or has questions about teeth, share this video with them or send them to our office. You might get to see Harper and you can see me. Anyways, we want to continue to open your eyes to the wonderful world of straight teeth and beautiful bites. That's all we've got. Just a little Pia Bowen so you know where you're going. Packard and Harper out.